All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say call halayim like Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, the Most High being the name Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah being the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Bahashem Rahakwadash. I would like to give double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, the minute I learned the truth from. And I would like to say shalom, wa barakim, lavakayim, shah yashala, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerely waiting and enduring until the return of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to deliver us out of this last captivity. This is another installment of Last Days, and I'm going to title this one, Dear White People. And, we always got to make a video every now and then getting on you damn so-called white people. Now, I titled this Dear White People, but your color is not white. Okay, that's a color that you put on yourself to disguise yourself from the world of who you really are. If we're dealing with color, you're actually pinkish reddish, okay? Because the blood shows forth through your pale skin. Okay, you're the only nation on the planet Earth that has no pigment. That's why you get really bad sunburn from the sun and your skin starts peeling off. There's many other skin ailments you people get, from the sun just because of that pigment, that lack of pigmentation. Your biblical nationality is that you're an Edomite. You come from the line of Esau. You're not white. That is not a nationality. Nobody is colors. The Most High don't deal with colors. The Most High deals with nations. Just like you call the Negroes in America, you call them black. They are not black. They're different shades of brown. But their nationality is that they come from one of the tribes of Israel, being Judah. They are the Jews. That's just one example of how you use fake colors to disguise people from who they really are. Why? Because you're the devil. The word devil means deceiver. Now I'm going to go to the book of Genesis chapter 25 and go straight to the point about Jacob and Esau being born. This is Genesis chapter 25 verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. Rebekah wanted to know why her two sons were fighting in her womb. And the Lord said in verse 23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. So here the Lord says that those 2 sons that you have in your belly, 2 nations are going to come out of them, 2 separate nations. They're not going to be of the same nation. America teaches that everybody is one and everybody should be one and everybody should be the rainbow and sing lullabies. Most High don't deal with that. He deals with nations, and he chose one nation particular to be his chosen, and that's the nation of Israel. But here he says, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elders shall serve the younger. Now, the one people that's going to be stronger than the other people is Jacob. Jacob, who became the 12 tribes of Israel. We know that the scriptures clearly say that they are promised the kingdom of heaven and rulership, and that every other nation is supposed to serve them for all eternity. Has that happened yet? No, that's going to happen when the Lord, Yahweh Shah, comes back to set up his kingdom on the earth, pursuant to the book of Daniel, where you have the statue from the head of gold all the way down to the feet of miry clay, and then that stone crushes the toes. That's the kingdom of heaven crushing the last kingdom, which is the European Union, headed by Esau. Okay. We know that the whore in Revelation is America, but I'm about to go off topic. It says the elder shall serve the younger. So Esau came out first. So he's fitted to serve Jacob for all eternity. Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And here's the point that I wanted. Verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. And that's the beginning of you so-called white people. You're not fucking white. You are red. Okay? In your biblical nationality, you are an Edomite. Your forefather is Esau. Salaki, I'm getting over a cold. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out. Remember, the elders should serve the younger, so Esau is going to serve Jacob. That's prophecy. And this is spiritual in verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And um why did Jacob hold Esau's heel? Because Esdras tells you that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow him. So Jacob followed behind Esau to let you know he's going to come out first, but he's going to, in the end, he's going to be destroyed, and I'm going to have an everlasting rule. So that was spiritual in that. But you so-called white people have been disguising yourselves for all eternity. Okay? I mean, all eternity, Salaki. You so-called white people have been disguising yourselves for thousands of years. Now, in this common age that we're living in right now, what do you call yourself? You call yourself white. You even have some of y'all in the land of Israel saying that you're Jewish, saying that you're Jews, and you're not Jews. To be a Jew, you have to be from the tribe of Judah, and the Judites, or the so-called Negroes or African Americans that you would call them. These bywords that you call them, that are not their nationality, they are just names that were put on them through the slavery of the hands of you so-called white people. Okay? Where's the rest of the 12 tribes? You don't know because you're not a real Hebrew Israelite. That's why you don't deal with the word Hebrew Israelite. You just say Jewish, which that's a suffix ish pertaining to, you know. You disguise yourself by calling yourselves the Greeks, when the original Greeks were the Japhites, the Japhetic people, okay? You disguise yourselves under these certain things because you don't want nobody to really know who the fuck you are. And you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. I'm gonna go to 1 second. I'm gonna go to the book of Genesis chapter 4 when the Lord put the mark on Cain, and it's spiritual because Cain got a mark put on him, which was the mark of leprosy. Okay, he was a dark-skinned man, but then his pigment got taken away, you know, because everybody was dark in the beginning. The Lord made man from the soil of the earth. And what's the color of the soil of the earth? It's different shades of brown. The digger you deep, the darker it gets. So when the Lord said he made man from earth, well, clearly, what color is the earth when you dig in it? You know, it damn sure ain't the color of you so-called white people. That shows you you're unnatural. But this will happen when Cain killed Abel. um, yeah, and this is after Cain murdered Abel. This is verse 9. Genesis chapter 4, verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? That's the so-called white man. That's his that's how he likes to talk and shit. Like he never did anything wrong. That's why when these so-called white people, when we pull out their card and be like, look, you see what you did to our forefathers in slavery? You see what you did to us in the Jim Crow era? You see what you did to the Native Americans? You see what you did to the Mexicans? You see what you did to the Colombians, Dominicans, Haitians? You see what you did to our people? And they don't want to hear that. So he said, am I my brother's keeper? Verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And I brought that out because that's what he's still doing today. He doesn't, when he tills the ground, the earth doesn't yield. Look at how the earth looks under the so-called white man's rulership. Look at how the earth looks, man. Animals are going extinct. They're cutting down trees left and right. The air is polluted. Everything is fucking polluted because he's unnatural. You know, it says he should be a fugitive and a vagabond. Yeah, he's a fugitive. He's been fleeing from his identity. That's why he calls himself white, because he doesn't want to deal with nationality. He don't want to deal with the nationality that's in the scriptures. The nations, there's 18 nations in the scriptures. He don't want to deal with that because then he will have to reveal who he is, which is the damn devil the Bible speaks of. um, hold on one second. Yeah, it says, verse 13, Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me, shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. You know, and Cain was cursed, man. You know, he was cursed. He was set apart from everybody else, so everybody would know to stay away from Cain. You know, this is a murderer. I put this mark on him it was to let y'all know to stay away from him. And when you go into the whole deal with leprosy, it would tell you that you would have to put a person that got leprosy, put them away until they be healed. You know, they didn't want that around them. You know, if you don't know what leprosy is, Google Winnie Harlow, the model Winnie Harlow, and she's a so-called black woman who has leprosy. See, Esau in his Hollywood movies, he tried to make leprosy seem like it's a whole bunch of warts on your body and boils on your body. That's not leprosy. Leprosy is when a so-called black person gets white spots all over their skin. You know, but I'm gonna go to the book of I believe it's Second Thessalonians. I believe it's Second Thessalonians. Here, the book of Second Thessalonians, and I believe it's chapter 3. I believe it's chapter 3. Bear with me one second. Chapter 2, Salakia. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who is that man of sin? It's Cain, it's Esau. You know, he has to be revealed. Because who was ruling when Yahweh was saying these things? You know, when he was on the earth telling his disciples these things. It was you so-called white people. You know, you were in rulership as the Romans. You know, you were oppressing the Israelites very heavy, just like you did in America. You know, nothing changed. You know, you still did. Nothing is new. Nothing new is under the sun. You know. So it said that day shall not come except that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High or that is worshipped. And then, you know, that's what you do, man. That's why you got satellites floating in space. You got your Hollywood, which is your witchcraft. You want to control the minds of the people. You know, you control the music industry. You wanna sway people's minds with what they hear, and you know you got the TV, and you poison the food, and you poison the water. I mean, you totally you want to be the Most High, but you just totally wicked. You know, so you're being revealed by the prophets. You know. And you, every regular so-called day white people, y'all don't know what's going on, man. You know, y'all lost in the sauce. But you're still an Edomite, and you still have to serve your bondage to Jacob, because that's the prophecy. You know, Esau is the elder. The elder shall serve the younger. You know, so you so-called white people, man, you're gonna serve your slavery, man, for 1,000 years, like the scriptures say, and it's just due. You know, you're being revealed, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. The prophecy has been spoken. Okay, your time is up. You got the super blood wolf moon happening right now, or about to happen as I'm speaking, which is an imminent sign of your fall, the fall of your kingdom, the fall of your rulership. Okay, now I'm gonna get another scripture, because when you're in slavery, you know how you threw us in the ghettos, after we got out of the plantations, you threw us in the ghettos, you know what I'm saying? All these packed neighborhoods that's full of crime and drugs and guns and liquor, you know? Well, we're going to have you in pits, actual pits. We're going to get you to dig pits in the earth, 100-foot deep pits, 1,000-foot deep pits, and you're going to have to sleep there. And really, you ain't going to be able to sleep because it ain't going to be comfortable enough for you to sleep. This is Proverbs chapter 26, verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. And that's you so-called white people. You dug a pit, and now you got to go into it. You know, you sold nothing but murder and destruction on the earth, man. You are the reason there was a World War I. You are the reason there was a World War II. And you are the reason there's about to be a World War III. You have done nothing but murder, destruction, chaos since you came into power, man. And don't even get me started on what you did to the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What you did to the billions of us, the massacres. Okay, you could spend months just researching the atrocities that happened to our people under your hand, and they won't even be half. We won't even be able to find half of what you really did. Okay, so you gotta reap what you sow, man, and you're gonna reap what you sow. Okay, point blank, period. So with that, hey man, to the next video, I say shalom.